In the words of Buffalo Springfield, there's something happening here. And in Bitcoin, there's something happening. There's something happening according to the HA market bias indicator that has never happened before. It has gone on for some months now. So it's nothing completely new, but it is very important because in the grand scheme of the existence of crypto and Bitcoin, it is pretty new. So we're going to talk about that today. I have Bitcoin open on the weekly chart, and we have the HA market bias indicator. So we're going to get into something that has not happened in the past in crypto, what that means for the future of crypto. And then depending on how you interpret that, we have some potential trade alerts for you that I just want to put on your radar, keep in mind, because times always change, and the market that we're in right now is not going to be the same market we're in, a year or two from now for sure. So let's get right into it. Right now, it is important to note that while the entire the S&P 500, NASDAQ, most of those markets are in a huge positive, Bitcoin and crypto is down pretty big actually. Bitcoin is down 2.74%. So, why is that? Well, we're going to at least just take a look at the indicators today. And that is right here. So we have the HA market bias indicator opened up on the Bitcoin weekly. And you will notice since November 14th of 2022, so about a year's time. Now, keep in mind, Bitcoin has gone up since then. And I guess this will make more sense in a little bit. But Bitcoin has gone up since then, yet we have the red on the market bias indicator right here. Now, if anyone has been following this channel, you will understand that you want to go long when the market bias indicator is green and the price action is above it, ideally. And you want to go short when the market bias indicator is red, and ideally the price action is below the market price indicator. But what matters the most is what the color is of the indicator. So there's a couple of bear cases right now. For one, we have the market bias indicator red for the first time. Like I said, it's been a year now, but it's maintained red status even though Bitcoin has gone up over that year time. We are still in the red. So that is a pretty bearish case on the weekly. We also have the fact, again, Bitcoin is down right now it's down 2.59%, even though the rest of the market is up. That is not also a very good sign. So there is somewhat of a case that Bitcoin and crypto are struggling. And now you look at past bull market, bear market, bull market, bear market, bull, bear, bull, bear. The difference right now is that in times of the bear market, Bitcoin still was always above that market bias indicator, and the market bias indicator still was always green throughout. So is this bear market different than the rest? Well, the HA market bias indicator is saying yes. That is what it is implying. I shouldn't say that it is saying that. That is what it is implying, because indicators don't tell you anything, they imply things, okay? So that is something to keep in mind. Everyone talks about diminishing returns, so we're going to get into the bull case in a second. But one thing that people don't talk about is that it is possible for Bitcoin to do this. That is a very possible scenario. It is not my overall thesis, but it is very much a possible scenario. And if that's the case, this could be the top. This could be, well, technically this would have been the top, but you know what I mean? I mean, this could have been the swan song, I should say, right? So that is one thing to keep in mind. All right. So the bear case is just that, where you have the market bias indicator turning red, which we have never actually seen before. Okay. So the bull case is what I just implied before, the diminishing returns. This is going to happen if you have diminishing returns. Eventually, you're going to see the market bias indicator or other indicators not be so bullish all the time on crypto, because the down times are, they last a little longer. They're not so far away from the HA market bias indicator, where by the time they are ending the bear market, it's just barely touching the HA market bias indicator. And this could be sort of a, I don't want to say a reversion to the mean, because it never really was a mean in the first place, but just sort of finding its legs, right? And so if that's the case, we could start to see the HA market bias indicator really actually determine the start and end of the bull and bear markets, and actually being able to use it as far as the colors and not just bouncing, because it actually has held up pretty well. It bounced, back in 2015 to start the next bull run. It bounced back in 2019 to start that bull run. Bounced again during COVID to start that the last bull run there. And then we actually have gone through the market bias indicator for the first time. So what I'm basically, the best thing that you can take away from this, if you are using the market bias indicator, which is one of my favorite indicators to use on TradingView, it is free. I highly encourage checking it out. Now we can start to actually use it in terms of bull or bear, right? So we have gone up since it has turned red, which is a good sign for the bulls. And so if you're looking at this from a bull case, you're going to see right here, let's just zoom in a little bit. You're going to see that this, although it was inside of it, it almost range bound right here, right? So it acted as a resistance, then it acted as support, then a resistance again for quite a while, then a support again for quite a while, and then it popped above it, right? So even though we're red on the day, we are above the market bias indicator. The red part of the indicator is now light red, which is suggesting a weakening of that current trend. And we could very well come down, hit a bounce, and then come back up, or float around, like kind of range bound a little bit like we did there. And that could start the next bull run. So if you believe that crypto is going back up, you believe Bitcoin is going back up, there are some tickers that I want you to keep in mind. The first one is Mara. Okay, so Mara, is it risky to get into right now? Any sort of these mining companies, in my opinion, are a little bit risky to get into right now, because who is to say that they're going to remain solvent if Bitcoin has another crash? You're almost better actually being able to just, stay in Ethereum and stay in, some of the blue chips during this time, and then transfer over to the mining companies. So the benefit is these mining companies are collecting, they're still mining Bitcoin. They're even buying Bitcoin at certain times and Ethereum and things like that. So when Bitcoin does come back, you're going to see some real strength in these mining companies. And Mara right now, it's still a newer company. On the weekly, it doesn't really tell you anything. You got to go down the smaller time frames. And let's just auto that real quick. Got to go down the smaller time frames, and then you're able to actually use this market bias indicator to help you the bull and bear runs. And you can see, let's just say you got in at this signal right here. It was $1.47. It reached a peak of 76.33. Okay. You can see right here, there was another trigger, even though overall, Mara was kind of going down. If you got in again at this buy signal right here at 9:37, you could have reached a peak of 19.18, which is huge. So that's something to keep in mind. Another one is hugely volatile. Now, I am not in this one but it is something to pay attention to because of the volatility. So this is kind of like Mara on steroids right now. It is $3.25. Overall, it is weaker than Mara. Mara is kind of plateaued a little bit, but it has huge upside should the market get the crypto market come back. So it's a little riskier, but it's at $3.25 right now. And before it had a high of 33.09. So again, huge returns. With this guy, you can use the daily, but you might even want to be able to just go down to the hourly. You can see there's a little bit smaller volume on here. So again, keep that in mind. You could play these a little bit, maybe zoom out a little bit to like the 2 hour. Let's see what that provides us. So yeah, I mean, the 2 hour could provide you something, give you a little bit of some room, but overall this is still going down. So any buy signals that you have are going to be fake outs. We can go back to the daily. I'm going to give you one more right here, and that is HUT. So HUT 8. Let's go back to stocks. HUT 8 mining company. Again, it is another mining company. Now this one took a huge hit today. It was down 9.85%. You can see right there. There is a little bit of some support right here. So if you get down to the 80 cents level, all right, right now it's at $1.83. You get down at the 80 cent level, it could be a good buying opportunity. You kind of have, I don't know, you don't really have, you have a trend line right here. Excuse me, let me fix that here. You have a trend line right here a little bit, but it just broke that trend line. So as of right now, you're actually more looking at something like this right here, kind of on the downturn. And then another one kind of right here. So that's where you're at right now. Let's get rid of those. So something again to pay attention to. Highly volatile crypto opportunities are HUT, Mara, BRCC. Some of the blue chips to play it safe until you're confirmed or have a strong belief that we're in a uptrend is going to be the blue chips, which is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Other than Ethereum and Bitcoin, there's not much other than that as far as blue chips. So that's all I got for you. If you like this video, please hit the like button. It is the easiest way to help out the channel. It helps out tremendously. I did not realize that until I started a YouTube channel. And now every time I like a video or I enjoy a video, I like it because I understand how much it helps out the creator. Despite the fact that YouTube likes to run ads on my videos, I am not making anything off of these videos right now. We're still a pretty small channel, but we are growing and gaining subscribers and viewership every day. So I just want to appreciate everyone out there that's watching the videos. And we're doing this together. I'm just some guy on YouTube giving my opinion. You guys are just some guys watching YouTube, giving your opinion in the comments section, which I also encourage you to do. So hit the like button, please subscribe, hit the comments, and write me something. Write me a ticker you want to see. Hit the notification bell so you can see all my latest content. Until next time, we'll see you then. Thanks.